What's up, guys? Hey, how we doing? So I got some crappy news today. LACR, the long-standing track in Southern California, has announced they cannot get insurance and they are closing. These insurance companies are out of control. I have some ideas. And yes, Rich Taylor from X Brand Goggles, who brought the lawsuit against LACR, has done some serious irreparable damage to the tracks all in Southern California. I'll get into all that and explain how that works and why that is. All of us who ride dirt bikes have aches and pains. If you don't like taking pain pills, try Nano Extreme. This stuff has done miracles for me. My shoulder feels so good. And what my shoulder is it has it's bone to bone. There's no labrum left. It's just arthritis and it hurts. I thought I was gonna have to get shoulder replacement eventually, but this stuff has taken the inflammation out and my shoulder hasn't felt this good in years. Head over to the Nano Extreme website, and when you're checking out, use code Cooksey and you'll get free shipping. And while you're being healthy, head over to the Coach Rob store. He's got nutrition bundles for immune, concussions, and all sorts of stuff ready to go. Speaking of Coach Rob, he'll be on with me this week, so he's always fun to talk to. And head over to the Coach Rob store and get your nutrition bundle. And even worse than tracks closing, I hate seeing stuff like the one I'm about to show you guys. This is young Dean, a little rider who went out, I believe it was his first day at the track, had an accident. They need our help. If you can help them, please do. If you click the link in the description, it'll take you right to their GoFundMe. The motocross community is one of the most compassionate and caring communities, and we hate seeing stuff like this. So if you can help and you want to help, please help their family. They're in need right now.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So unfortunately, we got the news that LACR, the beautiful track in Southern California, is closing, and it looks like for good this time. They could not get insurance rates that were even reasonable for the upcoming year or years due to lawsuits. These insurance companies and lawyers suing these tracks is out of control. I spoke to a track owner in Southern California who's paying $52,000 a year for insurance. That's it. Just insurance. And yes, his insurance rates when Rich Taylor sued, that directly affected the insurance rates. These insurance companies are businesses. They're not going to just take a loss and not make it up somewhere else. So essentially all these other tracks' insurance rates went up because Rich Taylor got that settlement. The estimate in insurance increase just due to the Rich Taylor lawsuit was about $10,000 to $15,000 per year, according to the track owner I spoke with. And I don't want to act like Rich is the only one that sued tracks. There's been a lot of lawsuits. It happens. It's a dangerous sport in a sue-happy United States with lawyers just clamoring to get any sort of a settlement that they can. It's awful. The insurance companies, and I don't know if there's truth to this, 23 Media was talking about how insurance companies say if you get hurt at a track, rather than pay your medical bills, they encourage you to sue the track to get the money back. I don't know if that's accurate, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit. And the lawsuit by Rich Taylor, while it's not much different from a lot of the other lawsuits, one, it was completely his son's fault when he got hurt. It was completely frivolous, in my opinion. They know better. And they also survive on this motorcycle ecosystem. So Rich Taylor and X Brand Goggles, the company they own, sell goggles to people that ride at tracks. Now they're suing the same people who provide a place for their customers to go use their products. I'm sorry, it's just beyond disgusting to me, but there's a way Rich and X Brand can make it right. I'm not above people making mistakes, and that was a huge mistake. I have a way that they can kind of make it right, but I'll get to that at the very end. So let me just break down how hard it is to run a track in Southern California. And I had an extensive conversation with a couple track owners in California, and what they broke it down to is the way it goes. The number one expense is insurance. $52,000 a year. And they're anticipating when their new policy's up, that will go up significantly next year due to ongoing lawsuits. So off the top, if you want to open a track in Southern California, get ready to pay $6,000 a month just for insurance. That's $6,000 a month just for insurance. So the track owners that I talk to, so they talk about taxes, they talk about fuel, employees, and everything it takes to run a facility during a day. So what it comes out to is about $3,300 a day just in costs. So if you open the gate and open a day for riding, then you have literally just spent $3,300. $30 a rider, you need 110 riders to break even. So if you go to the track and there's 50 riders out there, just know that track is losing money on that day. They are not profitable unless they can get 110 paid customers through that door. And I know it's not a real profitable business, but it's one that we are all very passionate about. It's one that an entire industry has been built off of. All these manufacturers that sell bikes, they need places for them to use these products or they won't sell anything. Same with the gear manufacturers and all the other companies based in this ecosystem, like Rich Taylor. They need tracks to exist to sell products. It's the base of the entire motorcycle ecosystem, or at least off-road motorcycle ecosystem. One of the tracks I spoke to had a brilliant idea. So teams that go racing, let's say factory KTM, when they go racing, like say Anaheim 1, Anaheim 2, any of these events, these guys go out of pocket in their budget approximately $20,000 to $25,000 a weekend, spending expenses just to have the setup, the fuel, the passes, all the things that go along with attending a race. What this track owner suggested was, hey, we desperately need help with insurance or we are not going to survive. You are not going to have a place to sell these machines that finance all the rest of that stuff. So they went to the manufacturer with a plan. They said, what we want to do is anyone who buys your brand of bike, for 90 days, they get to ride for free at our track. All we want from you is $25,000 a year so we can offset some of those insurance costs and stay open. Pretty damn reasonable if you ask me. In addition, the other thing they requested was, can you come out and send somebody out once a month? We need somebody to teach new riders and people how to ride these dirt bikes that you give them. That's something that's desperately missing in this sport is, where do you go to learn the sport? We just turn people loose. We just put them on the track and say good luck and hope they don't get hurt. Far too often they go out there because their buddies are out there. And if you don't have a buddy or a friend or a family member to teach you how to do it, there's really no way to learn. You have to kind of guess and just take your chances. And then you do dumb stuff because you don't know. If these manufacturers offered a class once a month where new riders could go learn how to operate the machine, learn track etiquette, it would change everything and they would all be more successful. And I don't think $25,000 for a brand who sells these machines to operate the ecosystem, I don't think that's unreasonable. And I cannot believe these idiots haven't jumped on it. And it's not just one manufacturer that turned it down. Multiple turned it down. What are they thinking? I will say this, with the financial state that KTM's in right now, it makes sense. They got a bunch of idiots running that company, and they clearly have no idea how to actually turn this sport into dollars and cents and where it really comes from. They have no clue. Check out Epic Garage Designs. Epic is a great company. Travis is an enthusiast. He's probably really bummed about these track closings because he likes to ride out there, but he has the coolest garage stuff you'll ever find. Check out epicgaragedesigns.com for cabinets, slat wall, and whatever else you need. Check out Ride Strapped. I will be out in Norfolk, Virginia at the end of this month. We are going to a local race and we'll be out there supporting the guys. And I'll put the event information, I don't have it right now, but I'll put it on the screen while I'm talking right now. And check out Ride Strapped, a really cool company. Precision Transport, a company ships and they believe in customer service. Customer service is not a lost art with Precision Transport. They believe in getting your product there at a reasonable price. Hit up pretransport.com. Another big issue is there's this company called the AMA, supposedly nonprofit, which sure looks illegal to me. Anyway, they collect upwards of $13 million a year in revenue. Where does this revenue go? I don't know. Maybe to the Hall of Fame, inducting Davy Coombs' mom into the Hall of Fame, building museums, and all sorts of ridiculous stuff that doesn't matter. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've seen the finances for a lot of the upper people at the AMA, and I'm not a money laundering expert, but I really hope the FBI takes a look at it because I think they might find something. So while they're taking whatever money that we're all giving and claiming to protect the rights of motorcyclists, riding areas, and all the things that they claim that they do, they're doing none of it. Where are these people to help? If you're getting $13 million a year and your sole purpose is to protect riders, riding areas, and the rights of motorcyclists, why wouldn't you get your ass out to California, find out why all these tracks are closing, figure out how to help, get involved, get with the insurance companies, figure something out. These poor guys that are running these tracks are doing everything they can out of the passion of the sport. Trust me, people running these tracks are not getting rich. With an operating cost of $3,300 a day, do you honestly think that that's a good business model? It's not. But if they had more support from the manufacturers, all we need is a little bit of support from the manufacturers, from the AMA, and these people to get involved and really help with these insurance issues. These insurance issues are going to kill this sport. Once you kill riding areas, nobody buys bikes. Those teams that spend $25,000 a weekend to go racing, or 20, 25, whatever it takes, it's a significant amount of money every weekend to go racing. They will have no budgets because that's where their revenue comes from, bike sales. And if there's nowhere to ride those bikes, nobody's going to buy them. Same with the gear companies. If nobody's riding, they're not going to buy the gear. That's just a simple fact. I mean, it doesn't work. And the way our sport is set up, riders don't make money from the entertainment value of the sport like every other professional sport. They have to get their money from their own sponsors, the manufacturers, their gear companies. They do not win enough money to survive. Yes, SMX pays a decent amount of money, but I mean, they just pay about what the manufacturers pay in bonuses every week to the top guys. There is a large chunk of entertainment value money that is being kept by these promoters. So if by chance, and KTM's in dire straits right now, if we lose these specific manufacturers who are coming into the sport and bringing money and opportunities to the riders, if we lose them, the sport's gone. There's nowhere to make money. They're cutting their own throats by not sharing the revenue from the TV deal that will be coming in 2026, and it will be worth around $200 million. And by not getting a piece of that, they are putting the entire sport at risk. So if these manufacturers lose the tracks, lose the sales, and don't have money to go racing, this no longer exists. And that's what I've been screaming for. But it all starts with riding areas. If we can keep riding areas, these manufacturers will still sell bikes, they'll have money. So this thing works. If we can, like the stupid system that they're doing right now, what I'm suggesting is one that has a different value that can actually exist even if the manufacturers decided to pull out. But the one that they have right now works as long as they keep tracks open, as long as they keep the ecosystem flowing, the guys will still be able to make money by riding for different brands. Once they stop selling bikes, it's over. And what Rich Taylor from X Brand Goggles did was despicable, absolutely despicable for somebody who is part of this ecosystem to fund his business, X Brand Goggles, to sue a track is the most short-sighted thing I've ever seen. I don't like it when normal people do it. And I mean, there's reasons to sue complete negligence. In Rich Taylor's case, his kid went over a berm. It was not negligence. It was a mistake by his son, a pro rider who's out there doing his thing. And that's just disgusting that they actually decided to sue. A pro rider sued a track for a mistake the rider made. I would cut somebody maybe a little bit of slack if they didn't make money off these same riders that they're destroying with the lawsuit. It's shooting yourself. It's so short-sighted. This is a bad mentality. But Rich Taylor, listen, there is a chance right now that you could have some redemption. What he needs to do is go to LACR and pay their insurance for the next couple years. Take that money you won in the lawsuit, pay LACR's insurance, keep the track open for all the people that you screwed over by suing the track and jacking up insurance rates all through Southern California or California in general. Please do the right thing. I don't think he will, but that's the only way that I see Rich Taylor saving face and doing the right thing is to go support the track that he destroyed. I'm not above making mistakes. Everybody does. Whatever reason they had for suing and whatever. Listen, when your kid gets hurt, you do crazy stuff. I get it. I understand that. And I'm willing to forgive that if he would just own it and say, you know what, you're right. That was wrong. And I'm sorry that I did so much damage to a place that so many people hold so dearly to their heart, a place where my customers use my products. I'm going to go ahead and say, I screwed up. Here you go. Let's keep this thing going. I'm sorry I made a mistake. You do that, Rich? Kudos. You're all good. I won't talk about you anymore. This is his chance to step up, do the right thing, and save this track and really set an example that, hey, we can make mistakes and it's bad, but we can still do the right thing and make it okay. My suggestion would be to call X Brand Goggles, email X Brand Goggles, and let them know they need to do this. And I don't care if they're only doing it out of pressure. If they do it, I don't care. As long as they can help keep this track available and open to the public, I'm good. Thank you to the members. I appreciate everything. And like I said, I'm going to keep bringing you the information as I have it. And I feel bad for Anthony and all the guys at LACR. You have done an amazing job prepping that track and having that track for everybody. You are going to be missed. I really hope something changes and you're able to stay open. I don't know what's going to go, but even if you don't,